YouTube. You're not going to help at all, are you? Worst co-host ever. I'm getting a new co-host. Welcome back to the show, Mike.
Yes, I'm sorry, Patchy.
My new co-host just didn't work out.
No,
like
well,
I was expecting.
He's a cat.
Well, my wife told me he was special.
You special, alright.
Welcome to another episode of Big and Stupid Game Reviews. I'm Stupid J.
I'm Big Mike.
What are we reviewing today?
Well, I think we've pretty much gotten out everything new, except you haven't played Skyrim yet for some ungodly reason.
Because I just don't have 300 hours yet. Or I will. I will.
Okay.
I will play it.
Alright. Well, today then, we're going to review something that we should have done a while ago. Splinter Cell Conviction. So, let's start out with what we liked about Splinter Cell Conviction.
Well, there's a lot to like. Obviously, the look and the feel of the game, I enjoy. The voice acting, really good for the most part, except for the little stuff where you could tell they don't film. Well, when they do the voice acting, they don't do it in the same room together. They do it separately, and there are definitely parts where you can hear that. But that doesn't mean the actors are bad actors either.
Oh no. The voice acting is one of my favorite things in this game, especially drunk Michael Ironside.
Michael Ironside's great in this. He's just got a great Sam Fisher voice. Another thing is they make you feel like Sam Fisher is a badass, the way it's supposed to make you feel. I really felt like that series went a little kind of in the middle. A lot of the purists hate this game. Fine, whatever. But they made Sam Fisher, again, in one of my top 10 most badass heroes in a video game. Love the controls. At first, they're wacky. At first you're just kind of like, it's a little weird. But when you get used to this game, you understand why controls are set up the way they are. As soon as you know it, I'm sliding into people, knocking them over, executing them, and running off into the shadows. Fucking love it. Another thing I like, which took some getting used to, is the black and white screen. When you're doing stealth, things turn black and white, and at first you're like, this is stupid, I hate this. But then when you realize it's the easiest way for you to know stealth without putting extra bullshit on your screen,
yeah.
It's also the easiest way to know, okay, I know I don't have to worry that I'm going to be detected. I know I'm safe because everything's black and white, and you get used to it real quick, and I really love it. Controls, I have no problems with the way they work. They work out nice and smooth.
Yep.
Plenty of great guns. Love the upgrade system. Love the challenges, the map challenges to get more unlockables, and the gadgets. Love the gadgets. So many great gadgets to play with. A lot of fun. This is the way a James Bond game should have been more like.
Yeah. Sneaky,
stealthy, and lots of gadgets to play with.
Yes, it was definitely more of a modern type video game than some of the older Splinter Cell games.
They're more
really hardcore stealth, which I usually like. I love the old Splinter Cell games. The new one, it took a little bit of getting used to because it is more catered towards modern day gamers rather than old guys like me. I grew up, in the Nintendo era, playing hard games. Sega Genesis era, playing hard games. They stepped up to Xbox. They got a little bit softer, but still, when you're doing the stealth, you have to be patient. In this one, if you get detected, you're more than capable of just running up and...
Yeah. They do punish you, though. I mean, you get there's more guys to fight. It's not the easiest thing.
No, it's not the easiest thing, but it's
there is
also
only, I believe, only 2 parts where you have to 100% stealth.
In a stealth game like I'm used to with a Splinter Cell game, I'm used to, you get detected, you're dead, because you're trying to be stealthy. There's a million weapons in this game. So many weapons. I found myself not using any of them because my pistol that I start out with, silenced, infinite ammo, it shoots as fast as you can press the button. So there's not really any reason to use any of these millions of weapons. there's even a big prompt on the screen. You've picked a weapon that doesn't have a silencer.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to see when you shoot somebody. Why would I use that weapon? It's pointless.
Yeah, I found myself every time I picked up a secondary weapon, or when I chose my secondary weapon, I never bother putting on the silencer during my upgrade cache or whatever, because it was my backup weapon.
Yeah.
If I got caught, boom, I break out the SMG and I start spraying.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I stuck with my P90. It gave me 4 slots for the mark and execute system, which I love the mark and execute system.
Mark and execute.
And we'll get on that because I know
it's fun. Well, it's fun. See, that's the thing about this whole game. It's fun. It's a great story. It's a fun game. But you never feel like you're in charge of anything. The mark and execute thing, you can climb up a pipe, come to the middle of the room, and clear out everybody without ever actually having to do anything. Which again is fine, but not what I like. I like to, I like to have to work to clear out a room. I also like not having to clear out a room if I can just sneak through it. But they don't really give you that option. It's pretty much
there are levels where I know for a fact I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
I've gotten through. It just takes time.
Yeah, and you can do that,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel like the game wants you to do that.
See, and I'm opposite about the mark and execute. I like it. It makes me feel more like a badass. There's nothing I like more than jumping down to Sam Fisher or in Deniable Ops, and especially when I know I'm going to be surrounded and I can't find a good way and I don't feel like being patient. Mark and execute 4 dudes. Pow, 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 pow. Move along.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a purist about it, you don't have to use it at all.
Yeah. No. Well, and I didn't use it
Yeah.
for the most part. I like to watch the 2 dudes sitting there having a conversation, and then you line up that shot, bang, and then they do give you a couple seconds. Whoa, what just happened? And then you can kill that dude. I think that's more satisfying than the mark and execute.
Well, this is more of a, you can play it the way you want then, too.
Yeah.
Which is also more of a beauty for more people.
Yeah.
You want to be more hardcore stealth, like how you would prefer, you can totally do it, just by ignoring it and playing it the way you want. Me, I'm a modern gamer. I mean, I'm more of a modern gamer than you, and probably a lot of the other people that we meet along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And this caters to me. This is who this caters to, and I love it. And they don't really give me any reason not to.
Yeah.
It plays the way it's supposed to. Mark and execute is great, and it gave me a new system in a video game I want to see more often. Interrogation.
Yes.
Is there anything more fun than interrogation?
No.
It's basically just another. It's another well-meaning system, same as a QuickTime event.
Yeah.
Which I have a love-hate relationship. Some QuickTime events I think are stupid, and some I think do add to a game because they're meant to make you feel like you're part of that CG sequence or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what interrogation does. It makes you feel like you're part of interrogating these guys.
Yes.
But you have the choice now. Okay, do I just want to beat this guy up, or do I want to smash his face in a urinal? Take me to the urinal, please.
Yeah.
And it's usually not just cut and dry too, with just, oh, it's a rail. I have to walk this guy to these urinals.
Yeah.
No, I can walk into a mirror. I can walk him anywhere I want, or I don't have to go anywhere. I can just re-hit my B button and beat the shit out of the guy right there.
They do a great job of making Sam Fisher the badass. But actually, what I had more fun with was not even the Sam Fisher parts, but was the co-op parts.
Mm-hmm.
When we did the co-op together, the mark and execute actually very needed in some of those sections because there's a room. But then again,
it's meant for 2 people,
and it's more strategic.
Yeah.
In that case, because it's like, oh, you get these 2 guys, I'll get these 2 guys, then we have to do this. I like that part of it.
The beauty about the co-op is it must be a co-op.
Yeah.
You can't. Well, first of all, it's a separate campaign. It's a prequel to the actual main story. You can only play co-op. You cannot play it by yourself and have an AI. It's 2 people only.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 4 hours long, and it is worth getting a friend and playing.
Oh, definitely.
And it's strict co-op. You cannot be a maverick and run off.
No.
You are going to die.
Yes, you need to stick together.
Yeah.
And,
it's a great team. It's a great way co-op should be.
And I'm not a co-op guy. I like to play games myself.
Mm-hmm.
Portal 2 and this were the only things where I was like, they have a completely different I don't really like it when, like in Borderlands, Gears, to do the story, oh, it's better with more people. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I like it in this, like I said, in Portal 2, there's a whole separate thing, and you need somebody else, and you can't do it with an AI because they haven't programmed AI that can think like you need to do to get this, this sort of thing going. I thought the co-op was the most enjoyable part of the game.
It's super fun. There's nothing more satisfying than you and a friend coming up with a plan, taking everything out, and having it happen successfully.
Yep.
It's fun as
No,
hell.
the co-op is basically worth what you pay for the game.
No, it is. It's totally fun, and it's also one of those games too where it's challenging on even the easiest settings.
Mm-hmm.
The game is not going to hold your hand either way, but it's not challenging to the point that you want to throw your controller.
Yeah.
I've actually beaten this on its hardest difficulty setting by myself. Definitely took some time, but I didn't find myself throwing controllers and swearing too much.
Well, the good thing about the game is it's fairly old. It holds up well. I was just playing it, and
you can just tell graphically, it looks great.
It's better than a lot of games that have come out recently. You can get it super cheap at this point. You're probably paying $15 max. So I don't see any reason not to get it. I mean, I have my problems with it, but it's still a fun game. And
well, before we go, you should definitely lay out more of your problems.
Well, my problems were
just personal.
No. It's just the fact that it's a lot easier than what I like.
It to be.
I like my Splinter Cell games and I like my Metal Gear games hard and stealthy. This one,
not as stealthy as you'd like it to be.
Not as stealthy as I would like it to be, and not much of a deterrent to not be stealthy. It's, the older Splinter Cell games are like, you be stealthy or you die.
Yeah.
This one's like, you be stealthy or, you're plenty badass enough to take out the room full of guys, which is fine.
Mm.
But
well, that's why a lot of the purists have a problem with the game.
Yeah, and that's basically my only
and
problem.
this is basically, I see it as a reimagining of the series, basically like a restart.
Yeah.
And hopefully they will give us more sequels, and I have a feeling they'll probably play out more like
Oh
this.
yeah, I'm
and
sure.
quite honestly, I hope they do.
I'm sure they will, and as long as they have that co-op thing to them, and have as good of a story as this one did, because it really does. It has a great story. So yeah.
Yeah.
The game's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just not what I want a Splinter Cell game to be.
No.
If they would have, it's like that Godzilla movie that they made in America.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have called that, Giant Iguana Attacks New York, it would have been a great movie. But they call it Godzilla, so
it sucks.
It sucks.
Gotcha.
So this game, if it would have been called Run Around Shooting People,
Super Sneak Man.
yeah, I would have loved it. But it's called Splinter Cell, so it's like,
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I mean, also for those who like a lot of replay value, this kind of doesn't. Again, you have an extra 4-hour campaign with co-op. That's something. You have your challenges to unlock stuff. If you're into that, there's some there. But then you also have the Deniable Ops DLC, which is extra suits and extra challenge maps, which you can do by yourself, or again, you can do with a friend. And if you'd like just doing this, running around, killing, and just trying to see how good of an agent you are, there's plenty of replay value in that. So
I replayed it a bunch of times just trying to get through a room without being seen. If I get seen, I take that as I failed, so I'll restart the level.
So basically, just don't expect any multiplayer, because there just isn't any. It's just
it's just the co-op and the campaign, which is fine.
So, but if you like to sneak around, you want to kill guys, and you like testing yourself, there's probably some good replay value in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I would totally recommend this.
Absolutely.
I bought it. I bought it new. I even bought the collector's edition new, and I was always happy with my purchase. And I would still probably say the game is worth it.
I would say it's worth it. But now you can get it in the bargain bin. So if you see it, just get it. you'll be happy with it.
All right, cool.
All right.
See you next week.
See.
Don't forget to like us. Jesus Christ.